Hello, 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 hello. How is it going? Later evening stream than usual. Let's get some background chill music going, potentially. Will this work? Will this work? If we go here, play all tracks. No. Maybe. Music. Stations. Chill. Yep, I think it's working now. I think we have background music. Okay, cool. So I gotta tear this whole thing down. I did a lot of work and I think I have actually found or built, I basically did my own design for a mangrove farm. And I did a lot of tests with other mangrove tree farms, did some comparison things, see how much I was getting out of my farm for mangrove versus propagules put in versus materials used to make this stupid thing. And I gotta say, not to toot my own horn, but I think I've got a pretty good design that is actually really good. I was on average, what do I break this with? Is this a hoe? Oh my god, that's a hoe. On average, I was getting something like half a stack for 10 propagules. The next design up that I was testing compared to mine was getting, I think, 44-ish mangrove logs per propagule. But the build for that farm was freaking ginormous. It was it took a lot of materials. It was very extensive compared to mine, which is actually super stupid simple. It's got a couple interesting features that I have on mine, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna build it, and I'll be able to call it the tree farm that is of my design. It does take on, like, you know, a TNT duper is a TNT duper is a TNT duper. Like, I didn't design my own TNT duper. I don't know how to do that kind of a thing. A lot of the things I do are amalgamations of different things. So like the TNT duper here is the TNT duper from ENX04's farm there. But the drop timer mechanic that controls the TNT is actually the same timer mechanic that is used to push the pistons on the nether tree farm. And I combined those two things to get a way to perfectly control the timing of TNT coming off of there. So a lot of different things are amalgamations of other things. But the mechanic that I'm using to actually do the the tree farm here, I am kind of blown away by it. I don't know how this works, and I kind of want to try it with other trees at some point, but I'm able to basically make a blast chamber, and not a very expensive blast chamber, but it uses a little bit of obsidian. And with the way that mangrove trees grow, it grew like past / into the obsidian in a really funky way that actually made this farm super simple to make after I was able to do that. I'm actually gonna get a lot of mangrove wood just from tearing this thing down. But I gotta start from scratch. I gotta get all of this junk out of here because it's just in the way of working here. I also need to make sure that I have enough room in my inventory because I don't want to lose anything, particularly these target blocks. I feel like target blocks, I'm always in need of target blocks. Although I don't think I actually use any target blocks in the design I came up with for this. But this is the goal for today. We are going to make this thing, and I am going to be very happy when it's done because this has been a couple days coming, going back and forth on how I was going to design this stupid thing. I've put way more energy into deciding on this farm than I have any of the other ones. I feel like the other ones, because the trees have been out for so long, the farms have been perfected at this point. Mangrove, has it been out a year? No, it didn't. I think it just came out in like June, I want to say. So it hasn't even been a full year with mango trees yet. Mangrove, not mango trees. So I feel like the designs are just not perfected. Not to say that mine is by any means a perfected design. I'm sure somebody down the road is going to make a perfect design, but for the time being, I find that by cost, input, and output, I'm ludicrously happy with how mine came out. Now, I didn't stress test it too much. I ran it for like an hour and it didn't break. I don't know, I don't know how crazy you could go with that. I don't know if it like runs for 4 or 5 hours if it wouldn't break. I don't know. The guys who really make farms, those are the guys that test that stuff. I'm not that crazy yet. Ain't nobody got time for that right now. Can't stress test it that much. And besides, I'll probably only ever use it in like hour blocks anyway. So, if it works for an hour, great. But it's also ridiculously easy to fix, I would assume, if it broke. I really don't know how it would break. But we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna get this done though. It's gonna be like pretty easy to make it. The only thing I'm not sure of is if I have enough obsidian. I might have to use crying obsidian, which I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of crying obsidian left over. So I'm very happy with this new design. I think with all of the testing I've done, it is by far the new recipe. Did I accidentally strip one? I accidentally stripped one. Oopsie daisy. It is by far the best option for what I need on this server. I did a run with a stack of propagules, and it gave me one stack of propagules gave me 3.5-ish stacks of mangrove. So I felt like that was an acceptable amount. I don't have a propagule like farm attached to my design to like auto dispense them to me. I'll probably just go in with a stack at a time, but I might, depending on how long it takes me to build this thing, might end up trying to hook up the one that we have down there. Maggie, what are you doing? The one that we have down there to this one. So we will see, but I have high hopes for this. I have high hopes, and it should actually not be that difficult of a design to do. There's no pistons pushing things around. I think the hardest part of it is just instead of one TNT duper, I needed to use 2 TNT dupers. I had done a version of it with 3, and weirdly that became less efficient because with 3 TNT dupers, the explosions of the TNT never timed out right. So one of the TNT that fell from one of the other locations would always end up blowing up the drops from the first 2. So I decided to just stick with 2 TNT dupers. The next design up from this one that I had like tested with this that got 44-ish stacks of mangrove per 10 propagules, that used like 6 TNT dupers. It was a little intense. For like 10 to 12 extra mangrove logs, it made 0 sense to like really make that system. It was not necessary. Oh, but this is gonna be good. Why do I have regeneration? Did somebody increase the beacon, or did she not make it a full haste beacon? Weird. So we got to take all this stuff down in order to do this. If you whine at me, dog, you will get locked out of this room. I know that is a threat, and I'm willing to hold on to it. Okay, you're getting out of here. Come on, out of the room. Yep. Bye. Okay, Pupper has been kicked away. We continue. I don't. The only thing I forgot to do is I forgot to grab a light Matica of my design. We'll grab a light Matica once we have this all torn down. It won't be too big a deal. Also, we're gonna have to tear that whole thing down too. It might take me longer to tear this down than it will to be to actually rebuild it. Where's my bed? I need to sleep. You do sleep. My wife has been working nonstop on this whole thing, like converting it all to grass. It's coming along really good. It's like almost done, I would say. There's a few you can see over there, like the far distance. She hasn't gotten to, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, which is great because after this next movie, when we start to expand like the next sections of this whole thing, we're gonna need all that area over there. I've been working on a massive list of like all the farms that I'd like to try and get into this area, just so I know how to like organize the rest of it. I got wool farms, cactus farms, bamboo farms, lots of different things. I want to see how many farms I could get on here. And I still think I'm going to bring over the raid farm that's like really freaking far away and put it over here because I want as many farms in one area as possible. Just one centralized location for everybody to be able to get whatever they need on this server whenever they want it. Obviously, there will be some stuff that I can't farm, but that's fine. The frog lights are a little too far away. Unfortunately, this biome doesn't really support a frog light farm on the other side. I'm pretty sure this is just nether wastes. But I might, for the 4th or 5th time, I've lost count, make the barter farm over in this side of the world. So that way I can have that hooked up to the massive storage system over here as well. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Okay, so I think this water source and then this water source, and I can break all this down. I don't want to lose too many of these materials because I'm sure they'll be useful in other farms later on. How's my inventory? I've been putting everything in this one shulker box over here. This is the shulker box. Target blocks, boom, 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 boom. Propagules, extra blue ice, redstone, glass, smooth stone. Okay. This whole system over here, I gotta just be cautious. I want to... So this is... Oh, wait, hold on. That actually we want to keep there because we might... no, we're going to have to move all of this. I was going to keep the base of this, but I don't think that's going to work. So these are the lines. Oh my god, that is so filled with bone meal. Okay. Do I have extra room in here? Yeah, I do. Cool. Put all this in here. Dirt. I'm going to really have to search for this stuff later on. That's okay. It's okay. I just want to make sure that I know. So this is the bone meal line. That's the propagule line. Those will come in handy later on. Okay, so let's get rid of all this. This farm design was pretty good, but I did a test with this one versus what I came up with. I don't even know why I bothered trying to make this one. It's a cool concept, but it's not great for what I'm looking for. Put this over here. Sand, This is very much so full. Any room for any of this stuff? No. There. Put some of this in here. Pistons, dirt. Actually, let's hold on to the scaffolding. Okay. I kind of feel like I should get the rest of these sticky pistons out of here. I'm just happy that I was able to do a design that didn't... Oh, God. Okay, that was terrible. That didn't need sticky pistons. Nothing... This doesn't rely whatsoever on pushing the logs around or anything. None of that is at all necessary for this design. It's like the simplest thing in the world. I'm going to get showered with bone meal. I just thought about that. Showered with bone meal and propagules. Okay. What are we going to do with all this bone meal? You know what? These chests we can leave for now. Let's use those and take advantage of that. And we'll store a bunch of crap in there. This is necessary. This is not necessary. This is not necessary. Oh, there's so much bone meal. We'll refill the new system with all this bone meal. So we don't have to necessarily run this whole thing again. We'll have to reorganize all my redstone stuff eventually. Put this in here, dirt. sticks. We'll hold on to one because we are going to make that Lightmatic a schematic. Okay. I'm hoping that I can place this whole thing in such a way that I don't have to change the... I'm going to miss it. Change the current TNT duper, but we'll see. Okay, can I reach all these from here? I can. Great. Easy peasy. I did indeed. Once I'm done tearing this down, I'll show you what I came up with. I compared it to a bunch of different designs, one of which I did find was slightly more efficient. So the design that I came up with, for every 10 propagules, you get about half a stack of mangrove logs. The farm design from Strom was far less than that. I think it was like 20 or 15, and for how complicated the design was, that was crazy to me. The next level up was 44 logs for 10 propagules. So I ran tests on all of those, and that one that was 44 was like, I'll show you in the farm world that I have, was just, it was a monstrosity of a build. It was way overcomplicated. But what I did, the thing that I found is so simple, and it works off of this really weird mechanic with, I don't know if this works with other wood. I kind of want to go back and try it with other wood, where the mangrove grows through obsidian in a really strange way. Okay, let me just get those down, and then we're gonna go grab the Lightmatica schematic, and I'll show it to you in my creative world, and then we'll bring the schematic in here and see if I could work with the TNT dupers that I already have. Okay, so let's put this away. Let's put the target blocks, go over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, true. Would do that. Okay, so let me show you. It's so simple. It is. I'm so happy with how this worked out. So this, oh crap, I was doing tests to see if I could get it even more efficient, to push some stuff around, but I decided to abandon this idea. So this is all it is. 2 TNT dupers. I had to find the placement. The placement was very specific. But the first interesting thing about this, let's leave those off for right now. I have a very simple system over here to dispense the bone meal. It is just an observer clock, and then these go into a hopper that pushes two hoppers that pushes up the bone meal into a dispenser. Let's just fill this up for the time being. The weirdest thing about this that I found very bizarre. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm missing dirt here and there. Okay, there we go. Is that you can infinitely place propagules on this. So if we turn the system on, I place a propagule. When it grows, I can just place another one. It never has to be destroyed above. I can always keep placing propagules here, and they will always continue to grow, which was crazy to me. The fact that I don't actually have to break down the tree to keep placing propagules and have them grow. So I did this. I did a stack of these to figure out the tree pattern of not the large trees, not the small trees, but the medium-sized trees, because I felt like those would give me the best average for getting wood. So I did this. I held it down for a while, and you start to get this kind of a cross pattern down here. So I took this, I figured out where made the most sense to diagonally place 2 TNT dupers. And then I added one of Tango's timing units on it to give a single pulse so that they would be held here for a very specific length of time. And then I found the exact drop distance to make and get the best yield from this. So if we turn this off down here, boom, and then we turn this whole thing on, boom, these will drop at a very specific time. It works better if it's not all built up like this, but they blow up in such a way that it clears the bottom there. And if you're doing this like one propagule at a time, as opposed to this, it wipes the bottom out fast enough so that the drops in the water get back down into that center funnel area before the next one goes. So if we clear out the chest here, see, that's not great. That was only 3. But if we do this and we have it going, let's do 1. It grows. Still takes a second to grow. I've seen designs that actually use 2 dispensers, 2, and the TNT is going above. I don't know if I want to add the second dispenser in here or not. I could, but it definitely seems to help. And I'll show you that design in a second too. It's pretty impressive. So that was 3, 4, boop, 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 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did notice also if I changed the rate that I put them in, and I could use an auto clicker and slow that down a little bit, it is a little bit more effective. And back here I have plenty of room to install a way to auto throw propagules at me. But if we take a look, that was a stack in 3 from 10 propagules. That's pretty darn effective. Now, I was trying to figure out if I can get a third TNT up here. I tried raising up where the other TNT duper was. I tried changing the timing. Every time I tried to add it, it didn't increase my drops. If anything, it lowered the drops. So this is hello, hi, welcome back. How's it going? Yo to you. But this is the perfect balance. And I can't believe how well it works. It's so simple. It's so simple yet effective. Let me I'll open up on my farm server the other one that I had tested this against, not the one that I ended up making the other day, but like this one that supposedly was super high efficiency. Oh yeah, it's gonna lag out for a second while that opens. Yeah, man. And it's just so overly complicated compared to this design. Gandalf's Mangrove. I love the name of this guy, Gandalf. I think it was Gandalf Gray, Old Gray or something. But this was the other design. And this one, hold on, let's turn off Lighmatica here. You can just tell, like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 TNT dupers. This crazy system to pick up all of this stuff. It's so overcomplicated for what turned out to be not that much more of a yield compared to what I'm using. It uses pistons to push everything around. This one does use the dual dispenser method. It actually used dual dispenser with triple the input power. I did a modification to it when I was testing stuff and took out one line because one of the bone meal lines couldn't come to the outside. It was like stuck on the inside with chests and stuff. And if I was going to use this, I needed to make sure that I could pull the hopper lines out to connect it to the bone meal farm. So I wanted to make sure I was testing efficiency with a design that was usable. But yeah, it honestly wasn't that much more efficient than the one that I made. Like I said, maybe it was 10% more efficient. So I'm sticking with this bad boy here. I'm just going to clean it up, get this out of here real quick, and then copy the schematic over, and we're going to build it since we're now cleared out on the server. But yeah, I can't believe it, how simple of a design this is and how effective it was. I'm super happy. So this here, obviously I couldn't really sneak a hopper into the middle, but I have hoppers going all around the sides. Wonder what slows down the growth speed with yours. I don't know if it's the second, if that I don't have the second dispenser, or if it just takes a little bit longer because of the timing that I'm using with the TNTs. I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, I'm less worried about how long it takes because I'm just going to run AFK anyway, and more worried about how efficient it is. I spent some more time looking over the mangrove growth code, but still don't fully understand all the conditions. Maybe something to do with the roots. That's slowing it down because of how I have it like capped by this obsidian potentially. But I love the fact that I can just sit under here and let the whole thing go, and it's pretty darn clean. Actually, speaking of the roots, I do want to get rid of these because I don't want these here. Let's turn this off. I don't want those in the schematic. I just love how simple this ended up being. Like how simple yet effective, if you will. Let's get rid of all this, get rid of all this. Also, I mean, the chances of the propagules spawning a mangrove with a beehive on this, I don't know if it's just this configuration or what, but every time I've run tests with this, like when I've done like stacks just to see if it'll ever cut out, never once did I get a beehive growing. And not that it really matters with this specific design, because I'm not pushing anything. So the beehive isn't going to mess things up if I'm not pushing the wood anywhere. It has like 3 or 4 phases of how it generates. If I were to make an assumption, not looking at the code, but simply based on all the tests that I've run, I've seen I would say 4 different phases. There's like a super short one that maybe is only like 2 mangrove logs. Then there's one that's like maybe 4 in the center. Then there's a one that's maybe like 5 or 6, which is the ones that I'm kind of running with. And then there's the super tall ones. Because I've tried, when I was building this, I was trying different heights to put the obsidian at and different heights to put the TNT dupers at, as well as to see if I could push down the branches that extend from the sides and stuff. And I always, there were places where I'd put it where it wouldn't grow, and then there were places where I'd put it where it would grow. And it seemed like there was 4 different stages or different places, and there were different sizes based on those locations where I put it. So I would say there's probably 4. But I think if roots or trunk fail, the bone meal fails. Well, the roots down here stay the whole time. The roots down here completely get grown out left and right. So this block right here, that block, and this one never get destroyed. So there's always 2 bits of the trunk in the middle. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that 2 or 1? 1. There's always 1 piece of trunk in the middle that it grows up through. So I'm wondering if that's why it's slow. As far as how long it takes to grow, maybe. Potentially. Like if I got rid of all of these, this over here. If we get rid of all of this junk. But sometimes it's really fast. That's the thing though. Like when you saw me do it with the TNT running, it didn't really take that long for a new one to grow. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And clear out some of the stuff in the middle here. Leaves are fine. I don't think the leaves have anything to do with it. It just gets random position and checks it once. Okay, let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. So if we come down here, place this in the center. Bone meal. Let's, for the heck of it, let's switch to survival. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Oh, it already grew. So 7. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh, don't look. I don't know where it's gonna respawn me. I am inside a villager. apparently this must be a villager breeder. Okay. No, it's an iron farm. I guess I was testing out. Oh, don't look over there. I guess I was testing out iron spawning techniques. It's okay. I know where I was. I'm inside the wood, the world. I forgot to put a Y coordinate. Here we go. Nope, that's not it either. Where the heck was I? 200? Oh, I forgot I was in survival. There we go. Okay. This is my creative world. I do many testing of things in here. There is so many weird contraptions that I've made. This is this is my this was my, what was this? What was this? This was something. Oh, I think I know what this is. Hold on, let me see if it still works. Skeleton, and then a creeper. I think I put the skeleton there, and then an iron golem. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to do it, but this was a record farm, so I could keep an iron golem in here. I could drop creepers through this middle chute, keep skeletons over here, and the creepers would fall through the chute, get stuck on the magma, get shot by the skeleton who was shooting at the iron golem in here. So that was like a design for a record farm I came up with. It actually worked pretty well too. Okay, let's go get the schematic for this thing. If I got really curious, could probably build yours and set breakpoints in the code to see if it's failing to generate a bunch. I would be curious. We're gonna build this super simple machine over on the server and see how we do. See how easy it is. I did make sure to try running this in survival to make sure like I wasn't getting blasted by the TNT in any weird sort of way, and that was all fine. Oh god, I've just moved that one. You go down there. Area selection. We go here. We go here. We go there. Go this way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Fill that in. And then we'll go over here. Ooh, we'll grab this one, go over one, and down. I think that's everything. No, I didn't grab this stuff. Even though the dispensers and stuff are so simple, I do need to come up with some sort of method to throw me propagules. Okay, so what is the thing? Area editor, save schematic. There's so many schematics, it's a problem. Tree, mangrove, this is my own design, so we're gonna call it Nard. Save schematic. Disconnect. Okay, so hopefully I'm gonna have to run over to my barter farm, but let's bring this in, see where it lines up. Also, I wasn't sure if these farms are directional, but I've been trying to keep them directional to a degree because it seems like the way that cross shape is, there's some directionality to it. So I've started to not rotate them. Okay, there it is. So if this doesn't line up, which I guess it doesn't, I could always readjust where the TNT is here. Apparently, some might be for the bee nest reasons. Apparently, nests always spawn facing south or something, and if they face into a block, it fails. Interesting. Yeah, it does make sense that there is directionality to it. Okay, so I would really have to push this far over if I wanted this TNT to line up. So I think we're going to, I can't rotate it because if I rotate it, I think I am going to screw up where the TNT has to drop. Okay, which also means where is my, Okay, so that's where my hopper line is. I kind of want it to be on the same level as this hopper line. So we're not going to rotate it, but we are going to line it up so that it's just a straight shot over. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to have to take down that TNT duper and just move it. And then I'm also going to eventually hook up a torch tower, or maybe I'll use the observer scaffolding method. I could also use a piston slime block method. It'll probably just be a torch tower to turn this on from below. But I think this should be where we're going to do it. So let's lock that in. Configure, wait, locked. Okay, cool. So let's see here. We need, the obsidian is the real thing. That's the issue. Materials list, 218. I actually have all that. I just forgot about it. I have over 1,000 in here. Nice. Oh, hold on. I want to get a drink real quick. My ran out. One sec. I need some hydration. Also, I did run some tests on bone meal and propagule consumption. Running the bone meal farm at running the propagule farm at the same time that I'm running the bone meal generator, as well as running the tree farm, it does not use up more bone meal than's being generated. So I could have both the propagules being created and bone meal going into the dispensers for the tree farm and have extra left over. Iced tea is good. I've tried many brands of iced tea, but I gotta say, the Pure Leaf unsweetened is superior. Okay, so we got plenty of the good stuff, the obsidian. So we can go and build this. I'm going to have to tear down this at some point, but where is the... Oh god, how did I switch to that? This is where we're going to build it from, this cross point here. Okay, see you. It's actually here? Yes. Oh, okay. And there. Oh, it's one below there. Shoot. One below there, but that's fine. We can do there. Great. Okay, so that gives us our foundation to work on. We'll build that first, and then we'll build the actual mechanics around this. And place that there. The water is kind of screwing with my vision to be able to see this, but that's okay. Oh, I love Swift Sneak. Oh my god. Really? That's not placed there? It doesn't really matter, honestly. That's kind of like the edge of it. So I guess to save obsidian, I should just do the outline. That's fine. We'll use that edge to place the wall around the whole thing. This is so weird looking at it from this perspective. I should have taken the water out. The water is really throwing off my sight here. Oh, you know what? Here, I know what do we need to do. Rendered layer, single layer, set here, go down. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. I know how to use Lightmatica. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'll just this mechanic alone, the fact that I can have the mangrove trees constantly growing without ever having to actually destroy them was the thing that blew my mind. Okay, I got to be a lot more careful about placing the obsidian with how long that takes to break. There. So this is the cross section in the middle. And then we'll go around it like this. I don't have to use copper there. I could use something a little bit. Probably end up just using those smooth stone slabs. Boop, boop. Because Glad I saved up all this obsidian already. This is lovely. Oh, God, did it again. Even though I got like super annoyed yesterday, well, not annoyed. I was very tired yesterday, which is why I only ended up streaming for an hour. I tried. I was like, oh, I'll stream today. I'm fine. I'm great. My God, it did not go well. But I ended up doing a lot more work on Vital Server on the on my giant circle and getting a lot of black stone. I definitely need more shulker boxes though, because the other areas of that barter farm are getting a little bit overwhelmed with materials right now. I've been using a bunch of shulker boxes to try and collect the gravel together, because that one's the worst. But we're gonna, like, the amount of quartz that's there is getting out of control. It's getting a lot of stuff. Oh, I need to sleep. Okay, hold on. Let's do the sleepy thing. There we go. There we go. Okay. What's also nice is, like, I don't have to do anything super weird with this farm. I could do the F3T trick to just auto place and it'll work fine as well. This corner needs some more. And then, okay, that's the 3 corners. Next layer. Okay, so that's just a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then over here. I think that is it. Then it's just placing the water. So let's do the innards down here, which is 4 of those. 4 of those. Hoppers. Okay, there were definitely more hoppers. Where are the hoppers? Where are my hoppers at? Where are the rest of the hoppers? There was like a whole hopper line. Did they despawn or did I put them in here? I put them in here. Okay. That's still not enough. I need one more hopper. Well, I guess this hopper could go away. Okay, there's all the hoppers. So this probably would have been better to be built from the ground up, but that's okay. Let's get the dirt. And then I believe there's some dirt over here. No? Here? There it is. Okay. So dirt goes here. We'll make that same cross-section thing again. That's going to be a dropper. We'll come back to that. Boop, 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 boop. Zoop, 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 zoop. Does this need to go away? No. Yeah, I guess a lot of the dark oak farms kind of work similarly, but Mangrove has the built-in feature of at least generating 1 block up from the propagule, so no pistons to push the bottom blocks up and dropping the player to avoid the blast. Yes. It's funny because, like, I feel like when they first came out, people were like really like hating trying to design tree farms for them. And I don't know if it's just because there was like way too much overthinking involved in it or what the deal was, but like looking at how what to me feels like over designed that Gandalf one is to the like the benefit of building to where this is actually at. It's very interesting to me. Okay, so I had that there. So we want to put a chest there. We'll probably end up making that a double chest at some point or a hopper line down to somewhere else. But for now, that's fine. Now, if we do... okay, so it's going to be a bottom slab. Let's actually put the bottom slabs in. So this is going to be a bottom slab, bottom slab, bottom slab, bottom slab. And then if we go up here, it's going to be a circle of pistons. Piston. Boom. Oh boy. This is going to be... Oh wait, hold on. Maybe now I could do this. Just a circle around. Oh no. I was also thinking like I could maybe figure out a way to pull the items down faster. There's probably ways to take what I've now done. One, two. Okay, let's put this one going the other way and make what I've done more efficient. But I think this is fine. Okay. So that is that. We'll build this mechanic here. So these are 2 droppers and a dispenser. So we want, let's do this. Doot, doot, and then a dropper facing up, like so, and then the dispenser faces out this way. That'll push the bone meal out. Oh, I get confused because like with a dispenser, the face faces you, but with an observer, the face faces away from you when you place it. And I get so tripped up by that. It's almost embarrassing. Where do I really not have an observer in here? Okay, I've got to have some in here then. Whoa, seriously? No, there they are. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's annoying. It bothers me too. It's super annoying. And I feel like I almost feel goofy about it. Like I should not be annoyed by that, but I am. It's such a simple thing. Okay, that's gonna actually annoy me even more though. So we need to get this turned off very quickly. How did I do this? So this is going to be a sticky piston, which I have one right here. So sticky piston and smooth stone, ba-boom, and lever. Negative. Give me a lever. No. No. Lever. Okay. That'll turn this on and off, and eventually we'll do such a thing to turn on and off the TNT thing. I get it. It's consistent from the input output, I guess. Oh, interesting. But in practice, that's not how you want to place them. Definitely. I think that's the real problem, is in practice it's goofy. Okay, so I could also with this mechanism do a second hopper over here, but I don't really think it's used for this because the output faces you on the dropper. The output of the dropper faces me, and the output of the signal of the observer faces me. So it definitely, yeah, it's the output that faces you. I guess that's the way to think about it. Here it's the signal, here it's the item. There is no other output. Yeah, it's the output, not the... Yeah, the output. Because the output faces you on the dropper, and the output faces you on the observer. I would rather the face faces you. I think that, to like the non-technical person who might play this game, is probably the easier way to do it, but whatever. Or you could just use Tweakaroo. Then it really doesn't matter. Okay, so let me think. What else do we need? This is fine. This is fine. That's fine. We'll run a line. So that hopper line will actually run straight over here eventually for throwing me. I think I'm going to use ENX04's mechanic for dropping bone meal. I love this concept over here. This is really smooth. So this system uses a pressure plate feedback loop. So when the pressure plate has enough bone meal on it, it stops the system from firing. So I think I'm going to use that for the propagules. So when there's so many propagules sitting next to me, it'll stop firing. So I'll have like a full inventory, and as long as I have a stack in my inventory, it'll stop firing. Okay, so that's good. I think that's everything for the bottom. See, so simple. So freaking simple. So simple. I'm going to tear down that now. Actually, I'm going to tear down this because I'm going to want these to build the second one. And then we'll go up and we'll build the other TNT duper. And then it'll be done. Like, and fairly effective. I do have to hook up this, actually. Let's... where is that? Where did I put the... Oh, I'm going to need more droppers. The droppers come into the side there. Okay. Is this off? This is off right now. So I will need more droppers to increase the dropper line for the bone meal. We could theoretically move all of this bone meal over for the time being, though, to clear this out. Put all of this in the dispenser up here. Fill this cup completely. I love the fact that powering the bottom dropper basically powers this entire line right there. That is absolutely crazy to me. I don't quite understand how that works, because like is this powering this, and then because this is getting powered, this is getting powered? That part of redstone confuses the heck out of me. How does powering the bottom dropper power that top dispenser? I don't understand that at all. But I've seen it used so many times that I've just kind of naturally, like, I do it, but I don't have the logical answer for how that one works. Okay, let's get this out of the way, because we're going to use these. Actually, I might make this slabs to save a little bit, potentially. We'll see. I have not decided yet. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We gotta tear down that TNT duper and make our own in a different location first. How many do I have? Wow, I actually have a ton of this. Maybe I have enough. Let's check the schematic. Hold on. Schematics. Show all layers. And then schematic, configure material list. 95. I have 84. So if I tear this down, I'll have more than enough. So we'll probably just use full blocks because it's cleaner. And we'll guess we'll have to just scaffold up there, place those blocks. Okay, did I pick them all up? No. This scaffolding is going to stay because for now this is where we're going to right click to place the propagules. And let's see if we could line this up right here. Is this like right next to the glass? I'm right next to the glass. Okay. I got to be careful when I break this because I'm sure some of these scaffolding bits and bobs are going to fall into my line there. Is this right where the oh no, okay. I thought this was exactly where I put the the lever line for up here. Oh no. Shoot. I fell off. Can I land back on it? Probably not. Oh, not bad. That was close enough. I'll take that. That was a win. Okay, so this is the line. We'll put this lever here, which will eventually get activated by a torch tower. And we'll run this over to... Ugh. Frick. Okay, so we're going to have to do a... Actually, do you have a water bucket on me? I don't have a water bucket. Okay. This is going to be interesting. We're going to do this. Then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. And that. And we're going to do this, and then we're going to power this piston like that. And now we should have the block at the correct level that we need to place underneath. Like that. Great. Using the tools I have to place blocks where they're difficult to place. If it works, it works. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. This goes there. There'll be a barrel that goes there. But for now, beep, 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 beep. These are going to have to get placed underneath like this. Like that, like that, like that, like that. And then where's the actual TNT duper stuff? Where's the lowest block here? Right here, over, and we'll track that up. Okay, I need to do this layer by layer because now this is getting slightly cattywampus on me here. I do want to just make sure all of the correct blocks are in place. Configure, render layers, single layer, set here. Okay, so this block goes there. Did I get all the blocks necessary on there? Yes. Those two are extra. We're going to hold on to those for a sec. Okay, so this, what is this block? This is probably the observer or something, or it's nothing. I guess it's nothing. Get rid of this, get rid of that, place this there. Okay, so that's, one more block needs to go there. Great, and then it's just placing the blocks over here for the TNT duper. This is going to be a slab, this top one, so we're not going to place that. Goes there. Boop. Oh, right, that's a slab. Well, temporary block. Temporary block for now. And that's going to be a piston. Okay, cool. I feel like I should get some of the redstone thingamabobbers necessary to actually build that up. Which would include a piston, a barrel, some redstone, and a bunch of comparators. I think that was everything. Observers. I have observers. Oh, TNT? Water bucket slab. Okay, so there's a lot more than I have on me, but that's fine. We'll do it slowly. As long as we have the platform to land on, I think we're okay. So let's do, where am I here? Let's run the line from the lever that doesn't exist. I definitely don't have enough stuff to make a lever on me, but that's okay. Ew, we're also gonna need repeaters because the line's too long. That's fine. Down here, repeater goes there. And then we need a comparator and negate. Boom. Barrel. This could also be done with like a composter. Anything else could be used here in order to change the signal. Barrel is just the easiest thing as far as I am concerned to work with it more precisely. Boom. We're going to save the torch there for later, but we will put the torch under there. Okay, system is powered. Now we got to do this. This is going to get a little weird with placing the observer. Oh, I missed. Okay, I'm on the wrong one, but while we're here, let's take this down. Oh God, there's water there. That's fine. Fill this in, water go bye-bye. So this one does not matter anymore. This is no longer useful. I will take the shovels out of here. I did figure out the correct shovel amount. It is 8. I'm pretty sure it was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8. So I don't have all the shovels necessary yet. we'll get there. Okay, so observer facing that way, and then another one facing, you know what? I will put the redstone torch here because it'll make it easier to place the observer facing into the redstone torch, like so. And then we'll put the piston. Oh, that's going to be the wrong way to place that, like that. Oh, no, but okay, hold on. Now we got to break this. Okay, well, there's no redstone there, so it's okay. This piston, we're going to need a little something back here to place that. And that's a good little holder to place that one. Great. Clear that out. That's no longer necessary. That's not necessary. I have the slabby dab. Little slab will do ya. Like so. It doesn't like it because it's not waterlogged, but that's fine. We'll leave that open. And now we just need the water and the TNT. Do I dare place the TNT? Do I place the TNT? I'm going to say yes. Because we're not placing the redstone, so it's not a big deal. Okay, we need a water bucket. Let's try and get 2 water buckets so we can place both of those at the same time. Oh, where did I put my water bucket? No. Negative. Over here? Nope. Over here? No, where did I put my water bucket? Oh, there they are. Cool. 2 water buckets, and we will eventually need to get 2 more shovels for the timing of this thing. But that's okay. We're not going to hook it all up right now anyway. Okay, so let's do here first, and then we'll waterlog this one. Oh god, it's spilling out everywhere. But there's no redstone to break, though, I don't think. So I think we're okay. Over the side, no, nothing. Okay, so we should sleep. We should sleep. Zoop. I can't believe I grabbed that from that fly under. Wonderful. So that is all good. We just need the on-off mechanism. Okay, these we can save. Those are not necessary. This block is not necessary. We do need the redstone, which I believe is this. That looks pretty good. Okay, I think we just get the repeaters and the lever, and we'll just test out that one and make sure that's good to go. I need more levers because I used the one on the bottom, but that's fine because I had a stack of these. Repeaters, on the other hand. Oh, 32. Okay, great. We're okay. We are good. Many repeaters means easy work. So we need 1 repeater here, another repeater here, and then the lever goes here. Let's see if it works. Cha-ching. Fall. Explodificate. Explodificate. Great. Okay. So the only problem with this system, although it's, it's great because it's very unlikely that you'll be able to blow this whole thing up unless you totally screw with the timings. The thing I don't like, though, is it's slightly more difficult to... You can control the altitude at which the TNT explodes with this system, but the timing in between the different TNT drops is a lot harder to control. I may end up switching what I'm using as far as TNT dupers in the future. These ones over here are kind of cool because you can... there's a little bit more control with these. as far as the timing in between and how long. This one I find the most interesting. This one has a release mechanism and a slow down mechanism. This one uses water and an iron trap door to release the TNT. The thing I don't like is it still uses dead coral, where this system uses the note block piston firing mechanism, and this one just uses the piston observer mechanism. I don't know. I need to do more research on all the different types of TNT dupers, and then by the time I'm done doing that research, they'll all disappear in the next update, but that's okay. I will have been around for a time when TNT dupers were the thing. I need 2 more shovels. I do want to get the correct amount set for there. Oh, there's 1 shovel. So we need 1 more shovel. Crafting bench? Crafting bench. Here we go. Shovel. Great. So that is this TNT duper all done, and as they say, dusted. Where's the next one going? Out there. Okay, let's build out there. We'll get a redstone line going on our way, and we'll also get rid of the old one since that's not connecting to anything. Beep, 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 burp, burp, burp. Do we do that trick again with the pistons, or do we say forget it and just slowly glide and place a block? That was probably easier than my piston trick. I do want something like scaffolding that I could use to go over the edge to place blocks like this. I think that would be so cool. Okay, that's good. And then this goes up here. This goes like this. Again, all the blocks placed first. And then next line is out there. So we want to do this, 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 this. Boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. We'll build out to here. And this goes there. This goes there. Okay. Let's clear all these ones that don't matter, because now we can jump over. So that's fine. And then let's do the redstone line across. Repeater. Boop, 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 boop. Another repeater? Was it 2? Did I really use 2? That's strange. Because I used 2 over here. But over here I would technically be using 3. I thought I only used 2. Because that... Does that change the timing? I might need to change the timing on those. I don't remember. Funky. Okay, let's build this system though real quick. So I want to do this, this, and then we'll place the redstone torch there, which will give us the ability to start placing all of this jazz. We need a block here, and this is for the... No, the piston goes back here. Okay, so piston fires into me here. No, that's TNT. Piston's too close. Piston needs to go back 1 more. Piston needs to go there. And then that can go there. Piston will go here. And then this is where... Yeah, that's where the slab and stuff is going to be. And entrance will be from the back room. Okay, cool. Boop. Cover this up. That's a slab. Do I have a slab on me? I don't. Did I drop the slab? We'll have to come back for the slab. And then we can start working our way backwards from here. So this is an observer, and then another piston, and then this observer is going to be obnoxious to place. But there we go, observer. I'm trying to break that with a sword. Dumb. And then TNT goes here. We could build up this whole thing. And then we just need our slab and stuff. Okay, so there's seriously no slab over here. Why not? Is it dropped? We'll have to go down there and look, because I really want that slab. I don't have to make a slab. Let's go see what we got here. What do we got? Don't see any slabs. It probably was down here and it probably despawned, because I was not paying attention. That's fine. That is fine. It's almost done. Like, seriously. This is so close to being done, it's crazy. Slab. And we should get our water buckets, and we can put these sticky pistons away because they are so not necessary for this build. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I have my gamma mod on still. Okay. The gamma mod is great, especially if you're like streaming and you're going into caves and it's like impossible for people to see what you're doing. And like recording stuff. But like if I'm just playing vanilla E, I don't like it because it kills the mood in caves and stuff. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. I need a lot more shovels for the barrels later. Actually, let's build this mechanism over here so that we're not actually firing this TNT since the wiring's not back there. Let's do this, goes here. Redstone torch. Oh, look, perfect. Just no, not enough redstone torches. Whoa, okay. Boop, boop, boop. Comparatives. Goes out like this, subtraction mode. We've got to get some shovels in there. And then into here, out of there. Oh, shoot, it fired it. Dang it. Dang it. Now the water's everywhere, and it's so annoying. Okay, we need to break this. Did it delete the water over here? It totally did. Okay. That's okay. We fix. That's what I was afraid of. Dang it. It's fine. So we need to place a block out here. Observer facing out. This needs to be a slab again, which we still have. That goes away. I want that. TNT. Slab-a-dab. Water bucket. No! Wait, where'd the piston go? I must have broken the piston too. Okay, so piston, water bucket, blocky block, and another blocky block. Oh, it's gonna fire if I... Wait, will it fire? No, nothing happened. Nothing happened, like I expected it to not happen. Great. So, boop. I think minus this block, that's everything? A couple extra blocks in there, but nothing like super wrong. Obviously the comparator power there is wrong because we need 9 shovels. So I guess we'll sleep and then we will grab ourselves 9 shovels. And then we're done. Then we rock and roll. I have high hopes. That this is going to work well and truly simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. Let's put the redstone-y stuff away. Put that away. There were sticks somewhere over here. We need 18 sticks. We can put the observers away, the droppers away. I think that's enough slots for 9. I think so. Let's see. 9 shovels. Yes, perfect. Boom. We will deliver them forthwith to... Oh, that's 10. I made an extra shovel somehow. Or I had a shovel on me. I don't know. So let's fire it. these work? Tink. And it should all blow up at the same time. They didn't. That one's one tick later. And I think that's because of this extra repeater I've got going on here. I don't think that's necessary. I honestly don't think that other repeater is necessary. The goal is that we want them to... Maybe it is necessary. Maybe if I move this down to here, get rid of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that should be all we need. Okay, let's get more redstone. And that should take out that weird one tick delay. Because I'm like 70% sure if both TNT if both things of TNT go off in the same game tick, it won't explode the other's items. Okay, those are at the same speed now. Okay, this is all working. I kind of want to get rid of this over here, this extra funk. This guy. Okay, good. There's no shovels in there. I was gonna say if I just made a bunch of shovels and there's a bunch of extra right there, that would be embarrassing. Go away. Boom, and last one. Let's grab this stuff before TNT blows it up, and we'll grab everything else that's down here. Great. Okay, what do we have extra in here? A lot of garbage. Cool. Let's take this bone meal, and let's see. Let's fill this guy up with it. Not 100% filled all over the place, but if we do this, maybe. Cool. Cool. And now we just need enough hoppers to get from one side to the other. So we're going to take this hopper here. We're probably going to want to... We're going to need some more chests. I have 5, 6, 7. Let's see if 7 hoppers is enough. Has this thing been working the whole time? I modified this a little bit. And it doesn't seem to have helped. They still seem to... Oh, man, okay. So there's still some issues with this. I'm trying to find the perfect pattern for the simplest iron farm. Because if I leave these open, sometimes they fall down here, but their sight lines, they never seem to spawn in a place where they don't eventually see the zombie. But they will every once in a while fall down here and stop the whole system from working, which is unfortunate. I'm trying to figure out something to place there that they won't spawn there and they won't fall there. Maybe glass. Maybe glass. They probably won't spawn there if there's glass there, but they won't fall there either. Let's try glass. Ooh, I have some glass on me. I have enough. I can't believe I didn't fall in the lava there. I'm in a precarious spot. Okay. I skimmed off the edge. Sometimes my flying is frantic. It's fine. Okay, so if I put this there and this there, they shouldn't spawn there, and they also should not fall off anymore. Maybe. We will see. I'm trying to find the simplest way to do this. Because I want to be able to put it inside of a structure. I know there's other ways to do it, but I want this way. I want that way to work. We have a stack of iron. Is that enough to make 7 hoppers? We're about to find out. It is. Look at that. Is that enough hoppers to get me over to here, though? Doubtful. 1, 2... Ugh. Excuse me. 1, 2... Why are you placing there? Oh, I'm one shy. I'm so close. I'm so close. We're gonna do something. Do I have enough iron? I do. Oh, so many things exploded. Okay, do we want to keep these roots? We're gonna take this and we're gonna put the roots in there, and we'll put this stuff over here. Great. You go in there. So that should be enough with that extra chest to make. Did I not pick up the chest? Did I put the chest in the chest? I put the chest in the chest. Wow, okay. Ridiculous. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo. And there we go. Connected to there. And this whole thing will be... I don't know. Where'd all those propagules go? There were like a ton. Seriously? Okay. I don't know where all the propagules went. Are they in here? For now, I'm going to put a barrel right there. Oh my god, I'm having a hard time placing onto these tonight. Okay, well, let's turn this whole system-a-jigger on. Yes, propagules. Propagules. Propago. This is full, this is full. I could just let this run for a while. Okay, let's get... So I think what I want to do is I want to get 10 and run the same test that we did in creative on here and see how many we get in a survival setting. Look at that. We're already up to 16. I'll leave those in there. We'll let that run. I have more than enough bone meal. So let's fly up here. I don't have enough rockets. Let's turn this on, make sure everything fires in sync and at correct times. Ba-boom. Oh my god, I forgot a very important part of this. I don't have the water streams. That would be dumb. Okay. We were missing a vital component here. So we want water there. And then water here. And we need 2 more. Boop, boop, boop. And this goes there. This goes there. I could probably just fall down here. Come over this way. Flick the lever. Why you no work? Okay, what aspect of this is not working right now? The observer's in the wrong spot, right? Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Let's not talk about it. That makes more sense. So it's in the middle. I still don't understand it. I still do not understand how that's powering both sides. Let's get rid of this. Let's do this. So it's actually, when I flick the lever this way and it pushes it up, now we have it going. And is the TNT explodimificating? No. We need that to happen as well. I'm on my last 4 rockets. Please don't miss. I can get more rockets. I have more. I have the power. And now we're just going to gracefully fall to the center. Bloop. Bloop. And let's see how it goes. So let's see how quickly this, when I place it, generates a thing. A tree. A mangrove tree. And place. Instantly. Where the heck are the roots? Oh, what the... Why are... I am... okay. I'm having spillage. I was not expecting spillage. Huh. Did I get any? I did not get anything. Tim, what's up, dude? How you doing? I did not get any. This needs to go away. That grew. That grew already. Oh, okay, I need to sleep. Let's go sleep. How are we doing here? We're getting plenty. We're getting plenty propagules. Is this almost empty? It's getting there. It is getting there. Tim has 600 points. I think that's the most he's had in forever. Strong winds in our area. I'm so glad I'm leaving tomorrow. Okay, and thank you for lurking, Tim. Much appreciated. Where are we going here? So, I'm gonna have to maybe find some, like, secondary collection system. Okay, how many did I use? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. 6. Now is where it starts to slow down a little bit. Well, I think once we got enough in there, we'll be good. 7. 8. Come on. 9. Wait, where did I get an extra propagule from? Or am I counting wrong? I could be counting wrong. Oh god, it's in my face. That is probably why we did this right in the corner before. Because if that happened while we were trying to play stuff, that would be annoying. Okay, so... Weird thing. I never got roots there before. In those specific places. It was always leaves. Oh, but I did get 36, so my numbers are still pretty good. Okay, let's turn this off. This is excessive. Let's get myself some rockets, because I don't love how low we are on the rockets front. Rockitas. Thank you. Put this away, put this away. I should also put away my thing of obsidian. Don't want to just leave that laying around. Okay, so I'm going to break these roots. I wonder if that's just because of the shape of the first one. Actually, I'm going to turn off the TNT dupers before I explode myself. Look, off. Should be the last 2 that fall. Ow. And let's break these. So I think those are there. I'm honestly not sure why those are there. Those are very strange. Let's clean this up because it also changed my water patterns path here. In ways that we don't like. It like created water sources somehow. Okay, let's grab this. Have I tried Pixelmon? I have not. I don't love modded Minecraft too much. I've looked at like different kind of things and I've watched people play it. It's not interesting enough to me. So I have not, and I don't have much interest in doing so. Okay, so we got a decent amount, and we got the roots. We should not get the roots anymore. Let's try another 10 and see how we do. I'm assuming you have tried Pixelmon? Or have you not? Or have you also been in the same boat as I and just watched people who have? But if I get 50... If you get 50,000 channel points, I would. Well, duh. I'm not going to make any assumptions there. No need to make assumptions. Okay, so that's weird. It places differently here, and I don't understand why. So that was 1, 2. Okay, that's the first time that's happened. It's definitely placing a little bit differently. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've counted wrong because I started with 14. 9, 10. Okay, that's 10. Oh, look at that. 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, and I get some propagules back. Oh my god. That's amazing. Let's see. Did any roots form this time? No. Okay. I guess it's kind of got to get like prepped up a little bit and then it works. But that is so good. That is like That'd be solid, yo. Can I? Okay, so let me think about this. Let's do this. Let's do. Is it right click? Okay, so if I do this, oh no, and I do this, and then I do this, is it still gonna place them? That's what I want to know. Does it place them? No. If I did this, does it place them? Yes. Great. Should perhaps dig up one of my old building projects, see if I can make a custom region. If the reset of my laptop didn't delete it, that is. Would you set up a Pixelmon server for us to play on then? I'm going to see. I'm going to let this run and just let a stack of these propagules propagate, if you will. And we're going... I'm like so low in the frame. I'm down here now. Whatever. Here, you know what? I'll just adjust the camera. It's a little phase. This seems to be working so well. I'm very happy about this situation. Let's see how much a stack of propagules gets me. And if I had enough bone meal in there to do them all. Server, maybe region, mayhaps. Likely if people are interested enough in experiencing my vision of a Pokemon game. However you want to do it. If you got 50,000 channel points, however you wanted to do it, I would be down for. I am flexible. I can't believe how well this is working. The big thing that was screwing it up, I think, was I just needed to run it for a bit and get some of the first sections of this going. But now it is flying. I probably get some sort of loss with how quickly it's going. I wonder if I lowered my tick speed, if it would be better, like my place tick speed. Okay, it's finally cleared out. So that's the really small ones. That's the second size. I probably should lower because I think it's growing on itself too much. Well, we're gonna see how much we got from a stack. Depends on the available mod config. Is it fabric or is it forge? 5 more. Hi, love. I did let them out and feed them when I was done with that guy. Yeah. Huh? Oh yeah, I got the price and everything already. Not even close. Higher? Lower. Oh. Yeah. So we'll go over that in a little bit. Though then I would need... Are you going to play?
I was going to go upstairs if you're going to be a while.
What time is it? No, probably only half an hour. Were you going to jump on the server, or what are you going to do?
I was going to go work on my cricket stuff.
Oh, yeah, then go work on your cricket stuff. Take this one with you, though. She's annoying me.
Maggie.
Go see mommy. Though then I would need to make a huge Minecraft building project for what is eventually an adventure map. So it would take you a while, is what I'm gathering. Oh, I'm out of stuff. Okay, so let's see how we did here. Oh, I'm still running the auto clicker though. Stop with the auto clicker. Why? There we go. So how did we do? 1, 2, 3, and almost a half. So that's about what I expected in terms of return on investment. I bet if I slowed down the tick speed of my clicks, I might get more. So let's do this. Let's do this real quick. There's also like quite a bit going over the edge. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put this off to the side. And this over here. So there's so many propagules actually all over the place. I almost want to do like a secondary collection system to pick these up maybe, or figure out a way to expand the size of the collection system up here. I probably could figure out a way to expand the size of the collection system by extending it. Is it not even? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's definitely... Oh no, it's 5 this way and then 4 this way? It might be a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at it. Does it produce enough propagules you don't really need the separate farm? No. Well, so I picked up 6 on the ground, and how many did we get in here? 13. No, not really. I think the reason it doesn't is when they grow, sometimes they're not all the way, there are different growth stages, the propagules. So if they're not fully grown, they don't fully drop. And I don't know what makes them fully grown or not fully grown. And also, obviously, all of this portion is left behind. But I really don't feel like that's that bad, all things considered. But it's still like 64, I got 19. So from a stack of propagules, I got 1, 2, 3, and almost a half stack at spam click. It's forged, but the bigger problem is the 905 Pokemon whose movesets abilities is I need to check and potentially adjust to fit my vision better. Oh my god. That sounds like an insane amount of work. So that was 3 and almost a half stacks from spam clicking. I'm curious. Let's make sure we have enough bone meal backed up in here. How much did that use? Oh, actually, look at this. There's propagules on top of this. Did any more get into the system? That only used 1, 2, 3. Wait, really? 3.5 stacks of bone meal for all that? Look, there's one hanging out there. Okay, so theoretically, if I had a different collection system, maybe I would have gotten another 20 propagules. But let me see. Let's change. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Okay. Calm down. Let's change the tick speed. 20. 1, 2. That does not seem like a change to the tick. When enabled, the key will be pressed and then unpressed. You can control how quickly this happens below. Okay, so I got to turn that off. Okay, let's see if that. I always forget exactly how to do this. So 20 game ticks. So slower, but maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's slow it down to 40 game ticks. Okay, so there's a stack. That feels good. That feels like a good speed. So we put in here, this is what we got from spam click. 3 and almost half stacks. Let's now do it with 40. Oh, I have to turn the system on. Zoop, boop. I think the TNT is still going. TNT is still going. Great. So we pop up here. We go into this mode. We do F4, Y. Did I do it right? Yep, there it goes. There's the first one. Okay, so we will see with a slower tick speed if we get more. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. The reason I'm wondering if it is better because it is less likely to grow on itself, which if it grows on itself, then I'm losing some wood, some logs inside of the respawning of a new tree. So that's why we're testing with the slower tick speed. It is very, very interesting, though. I feel like you could see all of the... I'm like pointing, like you could see where I'm pointing on the screen. You could see all the propagules and crap falling around the edges. So See, now this randomly, there was a huge gap in growth. Every once in a while, there just ends up being like this weird growth gap. And I don't know what causes that. You know, I could put hopper mine carts one layer out from the hopper train in the center and pick up more drops before they get re-exploded if the leaves are blocking some of the path downwards. You could see that there, propagule got blown up on the edge. So I could also figure out a different water collection mechanism, maybe closer to the one that I'm using on the Nether Tree farm. That one might be interesting to gather more of the drops that are going on the outside. But I don't see any logs necessarily falling on the ground here, but I see like a ton of propagules. If I do, yeah, you can see the drops down there now a little bit easier. And you could see like the ones that land on the edge. But I'm really not seeing any more logs, which is interesting to me. Okay, well, we're going to see what the results are. Oh, I just saw a log fall in the back there. I'm very curious to see if spamming is better. We might do one more spamming test after this. Just for consistency's sake, because maybe there was a growth pattern difference as well between larger trees and smaller trees. Unsure. 9 more. Wow, that was a big one. I love doing tests like this. I'm gonna do like if I find, if I do a little bit more perfecting on this, I might actually do a tutorial video on this one, because I have not seen a design this simple yet this effective for a mangrove farm. This is what I was really looking for when I was trying to find one. Yeah, see, I lost that. Maybe do a little bit of cleanup on the collection system. Try and expand the base a little bit. Okay, last propagule. There it goes. Okay, so let's turn off that. We'll do this. Zoop. And this still has plenty of bone meal in it. Okay, so spamming maybe was better because we barely got 3 stacks that time. 14 propagules, plenty of carpet. A lot of propagules down here. Let's see, what do we got here? 3 stacks, so 64, 64, 61. I'm going to put those away. We're going to use this to divide it up. 4, 64, 61, because I'm curious to see how much was dropped on the ground here. 4. Yeah, 8 propagules down on the ground. 14, 22. Still about the same amount of propagules dropped between the first time and the last time. So that's interesting thing to note. So let's just put this there as though it's part of that, because we could easily increase the collection system. So I guess the last thing is we should do one more spam test just to see. The other options that I have is take existing adventure map and alter it to make sure it's fair, config some things and alter them slightly, tidy them up, potentially fix some things, etc. Dude, whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do. It'll be your channel points, so I'm down for whatever. That also seemed to suck up a ton more bone meal. That seems to suck up a lot more bone meal. So now we do it again with spam clicking, because I'm curious to see if it's just now that this is grown further, if that's also part of the problem. So let's see here. We need another stack of propagules. Let's put this bone meal in here. Give it a little bit more oomph. There we go. Do I have any more bone meal chilling around? Nope, but there's some more propagules. I need 3 more. Did any more fall in here at the end of the day? Let's find out. No, but I did get 2 more wood. So I would say that was 3 stacks without spamming. Okay, let's run this for a hot minute here. All right, well, now I'm going to play the game Sleep. Heard it helps a lot for tiredness. This sounds really intriguing. Like, it helps you to fall asleep, or it helps wake you up if you're tired. Okay, there's a stack. Turn it off. Let's change. Ooh, no holding keys. Let's change this, and now it's back on spamming. Sleep helps to make you stop feeling tired. And I'm very tired. Helps to make you stop feeling tired. Okay. Oh, you're just going to sleep. I thought you're making a joke. You're gonna play the game Sleep. You're making it funny. I totally thought there was a game called, you know, those like apps that you can like use to help you fall asleep. I legitimately thought it was a game that you were gonna play that helps you fall asleep. I did not realize you were making it funny. I'm one of those people who has a hard time understanding sarcasm. Okay, come on, let's sleep and then let's try one more test with spam clicking. Because I'm very curious to see if it's just the growth pattern that slowed it down, or if it was because I was slowing down how much I was clicking. Because that's also important information to deliver to somebody if I make a tutorial on this. Spam click versus not spam click. Boop. And boop. And out of here. Wait, hold on. Let's make sure I'm facing the right way still. I'm still facing the right way. And if we do F4 and Y, nothing's growing. Something's wrong. I was over by 1 block. Okay, let's try that again. F4 and Y. There we go. I mean, same, but my family is... I was going to sleep because it's merely midnight. I mean, same, but my family is sarcasm incarnated, so I just kind of learned to deal with it and adapt. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so let's see how this goes. This is spam clicking through a stack of propagules. We had 2 droppers and 1 dispenser filled with bone meal, so we'll also see how much bone meal is left over. We are on 49. It does seem to be taking slightly longer with spam clicking, or it's just because of how overgrown the rest of it is right now. Unsure. And it's kind of hard to tell if the larger trees are still growing because the pattern at the top has fully all the blocks at the top are where they would be. So there's no more room for those to grow. We're at 37. We are almost halfway through the entire stack of propagules. I would love to figure out a way to like time some sort of TNT duper to blow out the center. I'm sure if I use like the classic TNT dupers with the coral, I could do it, but I just don't like the controllability of them. I think these control so much better. Zoop. Nope. See, you get some loss that explodes it in the water. It's annoying that it explodes it in the water. I feel like the TNT shouldn't blow up an item that's in water because TNT in water in itself doesn't really do a lot of damage. Where are we at? 16, 15. Also, it doesn't really take that long to plant the whole stack of propagules, so that in itself is pretty good. I mean, maybe it's like 5 minutes to go through a stack, if that. Maybe 4. It's pretty quick. 9, 8. Come on, 7. So, every once in a while you get just a weird gap where it doesn't grow. That just double grew. Those ones hurt. The ones that double grow like that hurt my soul. And last one. Okay, so we do this. We let this blow up the rest of the stuff so I don't go there too quick. I wish there was a way to grab... I bet I could piston push a hopper minecart into that one mangrove block, into 2 mangrove logs, and pull down the ones that fall in the center. I don't know that would get me too much, but let's see. Oh, it is slowly going down. That was only a stack and 3/4. Interesting. We did go through 1.5. So it's almost like I'd have to clear it out every once in a while. Let's see how many propagules we got, though. 7. Now, is there a way that we... There's like a lot of stuff up here. Why is there stuff up here? How did that even get up there? So that is interesting, though. Something's preventing it. I mean, that's still pretty good compared to what I was getting before. Let's see if we go back to a method. Here's 10. We were getting half before. Let's see if I just do my own placement. So we place. And we wait a sec till it's blown up. Oh. It's fully blown up. Then we place another one. Blah, not there. So this is how I was doing it in the test. Wait till it's fully blown up. I don't think it's growing the full size ones anymore. And I wonder if that's the problem. Did that like immediately grow? No. I probably could put a hopper minecart in there. And then if I put a piston here, unsure. Put another one. Oh my god. There's like a delay between when I can move after going into free cam. Put another one. So I think I would need to come up with a way to clear out the center without blowing up too much. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. If I could just get them to explode one level higher, maybe that would help. See that? It falls in the leaves sometimes. That is weird. That landed there. Okay, and this one. And last one. Yeah, I think this being up here is actually preventing it from growing full size. Okay, how many did we get? 41. 41. Okay, so really isn't actually hurting the drops as long as I'm a little bit slower. So I guess the next question would be if I increased the overall... Is this fully empty? This is fully empty now. Let's put this in here, run this, and run the bone meal farm for a hot minute. If I increased the overall... Okay, hold on, I gotta think. How much did we get when we delayed our tick speed? At 40, we got that. Maybe we go to 50. Maybe we increase the tick speed further. What's the numbers on that? So if we got 40 on a delay like that out of 10, 40 divided by 10 times 64 equals 256. Really? 40 divided by 10 propagules is 4 propagules is 4 logs per propagule times a stack of propagules is 256 logs, which would be 4 stacks. That's very interesting. At that speed, I should get 4 stacks? Let's slow it down then. Let's slow down our propagule growth. Let's try that and see what we get. I'm very curious. 41 from just 10. Either that or it's just random because of the size. Oh, I got a 42. 42. Okay, let's see. Is this filling in? I want to see bone meal coming over. Bone meal is coming down, going in. I should see it filling in somewhere. It's going in here. Okay, bone meal is coming in. Bone meal is coming in hot. We're going to let that go for a minute. We're going to sleep. How are we doing over here? This is probably also getting filled with bone meal. Maybe? Maybe it's not, actually. It's probably going to the first one first. No, this does appear to be getting filled with bone meal. How much is in here? We got plenty in that one and plenty in the top. Okay, so we'll let that go. We'll sleep. And then we'll try it. So we want this on true. We did 40. Let's go to 50. And see how much we get after that. And then I'm going to call it. I'm curious to see how much I get. If I get close enough to... If I get close enough to this figure here, then I'm not going to make any modifications to the farm. I'm going to say I am more than happy with it at that point. Let's turn this bad boy off. Where's the off switch? Let's turn you off. Let's go. Let's make sure this is full. We're getting close to full. It's getting close to full. I think it's enough to keep up with me. Okay, so we want to place right there. Let's eat real quick. I wonder if placing uses food. Very curious. Okay, so let's just confirm. True, true, speed 50 ticks. I kind of want to watch it from down here for a sec. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It's still placing it rather quickly. Okay, so we'll just let it go down here. I'm kind of curious. Let's see how much we get. Actually, you know what? I think either way, I need to figure out how to increase the overall collection area for the farm. Here, let's turn this off for a sec. Let's go into here. And let's do this and do this. 54, 53. Okay, got placed. And grow. Grow. There we go. A little slow on the growth there. Okie dokie. So let's see how much mangrove we get with placing every 50 game ticks. I do want to figure out a way to... Do I want to figure out a way to get more? Getting ahead of myself. Let's just wait and see. You know what I could do? Can you piston? You can piston push ancient debris. I could do something really funky where I use sticky pistons and ancient debris, and the first drop, stop it higher, and then retract it. So it goes ancient debris in, blows it up. Wait, no, I'd go the opposite. It blows it up at the bottom, ancient debris in, it blows it up at the top. Blows it up at the bottom, blows it up at the top. Could be an interesting mechanism. We'll see what this does first. It's the only way I could think of getting a little bit more love out of the system. I think I have enough ancient debris to even try that right now. I mean, that's why they use ancient debris in tunnel bores, because you can push it and it won't explode. So it could be, although the piston would explode. The piston would explode. I'd have to protect the piston with obsidian. So I'd have, would that stop? Would that interfere with the growth? I don't think so, because it would be outside of the triangle, the cross. So it would be ancient debris, obsidian, piston, something like that. What are we at? 14 more to go. I kind of want to try a mechanism like that. It would just be like, that would make it a little bit expensive, but not too awful. As long as it blows up enough at the bottom on the first run through that when it hits at the top, there's enough room for it to fall through. And there's always going to be a little bit of randomness in it too. I kind of want to figure out how to sneak that hopper minecart into that block there, because I'm seeing so much falling onto that block. Okay, last one. There it is. So let's turn that off. Let all the explodificating happen. Any more? I don't think we're going to get any more logs out of it. Okay. So if we go back over here, what do we think? Wow, 3.5 stacks. I am actually impressed. That is the most we've gotten. Do I need to try and improve it at that rate? That's actually phenomenal. Out of curiosity, how many propagules did we end up with? 12 plus... we ended up with, at the small end of things, 22 propagules. Not awful there either. I think a bunch of stuff is getting into this system, though. And I do think this was able to keep up with it, if not grow more, because it was at 1.5 when we started. Which is also why... Whoa, there's like a ton collecting over here. Is this not filling through? Why isn't this filling through? That's strange. Oh my god, what the heck? Why is that getting clogged there? Why is it getting stuck there? What? Why is that getting stuck like that? I might need to put something to change the alignment. I might need to put a sea pickle in the corner. I need to put something there to change the alignment. Can I waterlog a trap door? Let me try waterlogging a trapdoor, because that alignment is very strange to me. I don't know if that's the reason that's happening, but let's find out. Where is that? It's coming over here. It's going there. So if we put that there, and then we waterlog the trapdoor, let's see if it still gets stuck in the corner. No, now it's getting stuck at the end over here. Why are you getting stuck at the end? What? Okay, if I take all of this out, why aren't you going in there? The hopper is not locked. Because if I put an item in, it passes through. What? What is happening? Okay. That's very weird. Okay, if I put a trapdoor there, like so, it's literally sitting in the hopper. Why for you not go in? Is the hopper locked by something and I'm just dumb and not seeing it? What? Why isn't it going into the hopper? Okay, I'm gonna break this for a sec. Oh, weird. I do think that was locking the hopper. What if I used a target block there instead? So if I did this. Okay, that's not locking it. Would the system still work though? $20.39. Huh. Something's not firing now. So it's not getting locked, but it's not... Interesting. So it needs to have the redstone, but the redstone's causing it to lock the hopper. How can we make this not lock the hopper? Well, now it doesn't look like the hopper is getting locked. It's flowing in. I don't understand. Wait, if I turn this off? Ew, if this isn't running, it's locked. Okay. Okay, so as long as this is going, it's fine. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. Understood. Understood. Great. Great, 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 great. Okay. I kind of want to jump in my creative world and test out the netherite idea. The ancient debris idea, and see if that actually works. So I probably don't need this. We should turn off the TNT dupers. Bye. Let's turn off our crazy bone meal farm. You work well. As long as I don't leave the chunk, this thing works so darn well. Let's sleep while all of this cycles through. Is this still on over here? Hold on. This might still be on. Let's turn that off. So many things to turn off and on. I will eventually centralize all of them. Oh, God. Oh, Vicky's going to want to do dinner soon. It was a shorter stream because I ended up streaming later, but that's okay. Okay, so is everything off? Everything's done flowing. Everything's done being weird. I'm still like that 50 game tick click was the best. Wonder if there's any way to get it to spawn the roots above so it's always a gap at the bottom. I don't know. Things that can be improved. First, here, and so that block and this block, I could piston push hopper minecarts in, and potentially, if they still grow with a piston here, which we'll test in our creative world, that would collect any drops going from the center. That's first thing I would improve. I would increase the size of the overall collection tank by 1 in each direction, because I am getting a bunch of drops off the sides that are falling. That's number 2. Third is seeing if I could explodificate the top using piston pushed ancient debris. We are going to try that in my creative world now. So let's think about this. Let's turn this off real quick. Enable rendering, false. So this is here. We want to go, actually, let's grow a couple real quick so we can figure out the drop placement. How are we on this? We're good. And grow. And grow another one. Give me some big ones. I need the big ones. See, even here sometimes it's just slow. Grow another one. Oh, hey, there's a big one. Give me another big one. There's another one. Blah. That one grew pretty fast. Blah. I want to get the full... I want to get all 4 directions just so I can make sure I'm placing this correctly. Nope. The other 4 directions. Not tall enough. Give me another one. That one was to the north. I need one to the south. Nope. Give me one to the south. That one hasn't gone yet. Oh, that was a different direction. I want this way. I need this one because I still have the TNT duper on this side. I want to get the full pattern. Come on. Fill it out. Fill out the system. You can do it. I have faith. Really doesn't want to go this direction. Come on. This side. I need this side. I need a big tree on this side. I know you can do it. Come on. I've seen it happen. I know the pattern gets filled out. You did this side. This side's nice and clean. I want this side all the way up the top. Look. Oh, it got a little taller. Got a little taller. Come on, give me a big one. That's the medium. Or that's 1, 2. That's a second stage. I want the third stage. The fourth stage is the ginormous ones. Okay, honestly, I think that's enough to work with. Okay, so let's turn that off for a hot minute here. Okay, so ancient debris, hidden in the depths. Okay, so this falls here. And this falls in this corner here. That's probably... This one's too high. Let's lower this one by 1. And then that's a good height. Okay. So, sticky piston. Which way do we want to pull it out from? Let's say we pull it out. Oh, wait, hold on. From there. Okay. And then if we do this to protect the circuit. I need like, how do I want to timer clock this? This is going to be gross. This is going to be the grossest thing ever. But it's for testing only. Do not judge what is about to happen here. This is just for testing. God, this is horrendous. I really don't know why I'm doing this in obsidian, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just, it's so it doesn't blow up. Let's do this. Actually, we need to do this. This goes up like this. I need it to go around. Oh my God. What have I done? Yeah, okay. So, bing, 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 bing. Somewhere in here is going to need a repeater, and we're going to find out where in a minute. And connect it there. Okay, so this is the ugliest thing in the world. Definitely gonna need a repeater there. 1, 2. Let's just throw some power here and see how far it travels. Okay. Does it if I put a repeater here, it actually should go all the way. Oh my god, it goes all the way. Okay. So just out of curiosity, if we turn this monstrosity on, did I break something? Okay, so okay. Let's see if we can protect this a little bit better. Oh god. This might not work at all. This might just be like a pipe dream here. Okay, that okay. I have a feeling the obsidian here is just going to not... Is it going to save it? It does not save it. Why no you save? Okay. I am actually... Okay, hold on. What if we do... Okay, settle down. Settle down. Do this. This is totally just not going to work, is it? No! Okay, wait. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Gonna blow up, and then we're going to do that. Do we think it blew up in there? Totally blew up in there. If I do that? Wow. Bro. Come on. Is this not? No, this is definitely blast resistant because it's like stopping this. If I put a piston under here. If I put a piston here. Okay, that's... But if I put a piston there... Oh my god, hold on. So that doesn't explode, and that doesn't explode. Okay. If I extend this, and then I retract that. Interesting. Hold on. My brain is functioning. Things are happening. No. Oh! Okay. So that kind of worked. I lost all sense of protection, though. Oh, yeah, I guess I would. So here's a question. If I... Okay, so let's go to this side now. Maybe I need to just do it higher up. Okay, let's turn this nonsense off. That was interesting. We learned a couple things. We learned a few things. So the bottom exploded it. That's what happened there. But what was interesting, I did enjoy... I don't think this is in the right spot. I think this got... Oh, maybe it is. So what was that nonsensical contraption we had? We had this. We had this weirdness that pulled it into there. Okay. So let's do this just for the heck of it. I have no idea if this is going to work. This is actually going to be hysterical if this works. So if I pull it into there, boom, boom. Okay, let's just try it. So let's turn it on. So, well, actually, you know what? It would be like this. It would be inside of here like that on the first one. So it falls. Is that... I think that's just going to blow up, though. No, slime block did not go away. Okay, so boom, falls, retracts, blows up, retracts. Oh, dude. Okay. Interesting. Things are happening. Things are happening. My brain is functioning in a way that is positive. So timing of this. we need like a hopper clock here. We need a hopper clock. Can I do a small clock? I don't want to like build that whole freaking system in the way. Also, I kind of want to know if I get rid of this, will it explode still? So if I do this and I do, so it falls, extend. So this stuff back here kind of blows up. So I would need something to protect all this. Push out, explode, pull in, fall. Okay, we're going to go a little weird for a second here. Don't judge me, but I want to do this as simply as possible to see if I could have this happen. Comparator. I put a comparator here, and I do, and then I do 1, 2, 1, 2, redstone dust, redstone. Oh god, it all blew up. Oh my god. There's no way with this sort of contraption this is gonna stay safe. Okay. Let's try that again. So, comparator, redstone dust, redstone dust, redstone dust, subtract mode, hopper clock. Target block? Something's going to blow up and I'm not prepared for it. Oh god. I've created a catapult. Okay, bad things have happened. Okay, let's protect it further. So, comparator. And... oh, nope, the comparator's gone again. Okay, this side. Let's protect this side. Just for now, we will do better. This whole mechanism clock thing, I'll probably do up there, honestly. If I get this to work, which, okay, it's blown up again. I should have just done it up there to start. I don't know what I was thinking. Are you protected? Are we safe? No, you're not safe. Seriously? How about now? We Gucci? Do not blow up, please. Nope, something else blew up. I am now in a hole. If this still somehow blows up, I don't understand. Okay. Put that there. Subtract mode. Put these on max. Okay, it still blew up. Okay. All right. Okay. We get the point. We're done attempting to finagle this down here. That was a stupid idea. One in which I regret immensely. We're going to get rid of all of this. And we're gonna just do it up here. We're gonna just do it up here. So hopper clock. That was tragic. Boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. Redstone dust, subtract mode. Redstone dust will go down like here. And blip, 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 blip. We'll still need a repeater. Is stuff blowing up over here? No. Okay, so I don't know where the repeater is going to need to go. We're going to do this like this. And that's okay. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How far will this signal travel here? Can I get to there? I can. No, don't connect to that. Oh, I lost this stuff. So I need to time this out better. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this. So this goes there. And this goes... this is going to be hard to place like that. That goes there. Oh, God. Okay. So we need it to be longer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. Let's try that kind of a speed. Let's see if that works. Wait, where'd the ancient debris go? Sorry, where'd the ancient debris go? I don't believe that that blew up. I must have done something weird there. Okay, so ancient debris. Sticky piston. Stickiness. That goes there. Boom. Blow up. Boom. Blow up. Okay. So... okay. So the ancient debris did blow up. I don't really understand how that's possible. It blew up because it was in motion. So we need to change the timing of this. I'm going to figure out the timing. Fall? No. We want it to push out. We need it to be longer, actually. Okay, so it's out. Fall. No. Not quite. Fall. Longer. So it's out. Wait. It's out. Then it retracts. And it catches that one. Then it retracts. Catches that one. Retracts. Maybe that's right. That could be right. We're going to try it. Boom. Catch. Blow up. Retract. Boom. Boom. Oh, why? It was like one tick off. Okay, we're one tick off. Let's extend this by one tick. I was so close. Oh, that was bad. Gotta place the ancient debris first. Okay. Ancient debris. Sticky piston. And boom. And we had some redstone go kablooey there. Okay. Retract. Boom. Extend. Boom. Retract. Boom. Extend. Boom. Retract. Boom. Extend. Boom. Retract. Boom. Extend. Okay, we have something that just blew up again. Why does it get off on timing like that? Oh, that was so close. What is happening right there? That was so close. Okay, let's extend it another tick. It is interesting that the ancient debris does blow up when it's in transit like that. Okay, and we are missing that. Blows up. See if it works this time. See how long it lasts for. Is it that? Is that it? Do we have the correct tick speed? Nope, that time it blew up. Why does sometimes it blow up and sometimes it doesn't? Okay. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I really have no clue why. We're gonna give an extra tick to that. Nope, that time it blew up. It lasted for so long. Is it really just that random? It's gotta be that it's just that bizarrely random. Okay, out of curiosity too. If I do this and then I do that. It works for so long. It's so annoying. Let's give it another tick. I don't know that this is possible anymore. We're gonna try again. It needs to never blow up. And I don't know that that's possible. And I don't know if there's like a randomness in the TNT. Like now it will blow up. See, I caught it. I knew exactly when it was going to blow up. I could tell when the delay just gets a little too long. I have to be like perfectly in sync with this. Can I do that? Can I pull the signal from here and not screw things up instead of doing this? I need to be on the exact same timing circuit. Let's see if I can do that. Because if I can be on the same timing circuit as this thing, I feel like we'll be okay then. But we'll just need to create our own delay system. I don't know how far that's going to go down. How far did that get? Not far enough. Let's extend it. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Where do you die? You die here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Easy peasy. Vic? What you doing? Okay, yeah, I'm almost done. I think. Yeah, I got a little obsessed. I've obsessified here. You know how it goes. Okay, so boop boop. Ugh. Dude. Dude. Ah. Can I do that? And then that gives me a little bit more room to work with. Because then I could probably do this here. This is so stupid. This is ridiculous. This is such a mess. I just want it to work. I just want it to work, man. Okay. Does it do it? Oh wait, hold on. This needs to be back here. Like that. And then target block. Target block is gonna go boomy. And boom. Okay, so if I stop this up here though, it's probably going to explode. Slime block. I am very curious to see. Oh, hold on. We got to figure out the timing thing. So we definitely need more of a delay in the circuit. So it needs to... Oh, weird though. It needs to be every other one. Needs to be like a huge delay. Okay. I don't think I have enough room for enough of a delay. No, so the problem is, what is the problem with this one? The problem with this one is it will always be at the same time as each drop because it's on the same circuit. Unless I use something different to do it. Like that. Okay, what happens if we do this? This could be a nightmare. That blew up instantly. Okay. What blew up back here? Everything? Everything is going wrong. Okay. No, stop blowing up my stuff back here. Stop it. This will never work. I feel so annoyed. Okay, so this is dumb. That's dumber than dumb right there. Okay. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. It needs to be somehow timed with this circuit, but in a way that it pulses twice. What that is, I'm not sure. Or we make our own little clock down here and find the time. So forget all of this. Forget getting the circuit from up here. Forget all this gobbledygook nonsense. Get rid of all this goes away. This all goes away. Okay. Blip, 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 blip. Okay, we do this. We do this. Does it explode? No. If I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it explode? No. Great. Okay. Yes, something exploded there. Not sure why. Really annoying how that randomly exploded. Why? What? No. This one block wants to explode every time. Oh my god. I will protect this one piece of redstone. Okay? We good? That one piece of redstone wanted to blow up in such a way. We're good? Nothing's blowing up in there now? Okay. This is questionable. Everything I'm doing here is questionable. Okay. Now let's see what the best way to do this is. Let's try it on this kind of a clock first. Come to lever. Boom. 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 I don't know if it's single tick. If it should just be like it pushes it out and then retracts. And if this is dumb, then it's dumb, and we'll try something else. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should get rid of this for the time being and just see what the actual piston retraction time is. Subtract mode. There we go. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. So slower. We need it to go every other one. Let's try that. Out, in, out, in. Nope. Let's make this longer. Boop, 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 on. So, oop, locked. And wrong way. There we go. Okay. So, extend, grab, retreat. Extend, grab, retreat. Extend, grab, retreat. Okay. What am I looking for? Slime block. Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Great. Retract. Gone. Out. Blows up. I don't understand. Did it make it longer? Let's make it longer. Let's make it longer. It's gonna have to get tied into up there somehow, because when I flick that switch is going to change the timing of this whole thing. It's not like me flicking that switch suddenly lines it up with that. I'd have to somehow be perfectly precise with when I turn it on. See, because that nonsense happens. Does it deter? Okay. I'm about to give up on this concept. This seems like a lot more work to try and figure out for something that probably will be negligible in the return on what I'm getting. Ah! Try again. Problem is, I could precisely time this out as much as I want to, but it's gonna change. It's either gonna slowly get behind or slowly get ahead, and then it all blows up. It's getting slower the other way. It's like one tick off from blowing up, I swear. I'm just waiting for it. I might have matched it. Yep, there it is. Okay. I have one thing I want to try. Okay, so if we do this, and we do this, Vic? Oh, I have 20 more minutes, maybe if I'm lucky. Oh, what's the limit? 12? Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Nope. Okay, so redstone block. Nope, there. Will it push? No. There. Will it push? Yes. Okay, so if we do this and we do, let's bring this over here. We do this. Fire, fire. Fire, fire. Okay. I'm just curious to see if I could make this work somehow. My only thought is with this, it's doing it every other push out. Retract. So it should like leave it behind. Although it might not, maybe it will. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we do a slime block and we do this and we do this. Will it leave it behind? We do this. No. That is in sync, though. How do I make that happen every other time? How do I make that happen every other time? I have like a weird idea. It never explodes at that timing, though. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure here. I'm trying to think of something where it like skips a beat using sand. I don't know if this would work. No, it's not long enough. Weird idea. Weird idea. If I did, is it an entity in there? Hold on, wait. Okay, that breaks that. Can this grab it? Okay, no. What about this? I am thinking of the craziest nonsense right now, and I have no idea if it's gonna work. I want to slow its descent. Powered? No. I want to slow this the descent of this. It does end up being a block there for a second. I think that's the problem. I am amazed that it doesn't actually does this not get stuck to this at all? No. Oh, you know what? What if I used Morgan's live? I might want to stop to go watch Morgan here. Okay, let me just end this. If I did this as a single tick, it does lose the block. And then if I do this, does that get power every once in a while? Do I skip it? Falls, catches. Falls, catches. Oh my gosh, I think I got it. No way. No way. Bro. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Turn it off. Turn the system off. Will it grow? Will it grow now? If it grows, then there's things here. There's things. There's potential. We need to see how. Why did it grow there? It's like the whole thing would need to be over one. I think it's in the way of growing a large one facing in that direction, and that's the problem. I need it to be able to be a large one. And I don't know that it's going to grow larger than this with all of this junk there. No, I think that stuff is stifling it because I had to go over one. See this, but it did grow slowest that way too. Okay, let's place a couple and see. Oh. Come on. No, it's definitely stifling the growth on this side. Oh, wait. It didn't. It didn't. It worked. It grew a large one. Bruh. How high can it go? Come on, give me more. Give me more height. I don't know what the tallest it could actually grow in this direction is. So that's there. I mean, really, it's one block shorter than there. Oh, buddy. I honestly don't know if that's even worth it, though. Again, I don't know. Is that worth it? Huh. I want to see if it can actually grow any taller than that. Might be worth it. Might be worth it. This is what I do. This is how I work on farms. I do like really goofy stuff, and then eventually I perfect it. I do feel like the growth is slightly limited by this thing. Let's turn this on and just see how, if this like breaks everything. Okay, so the first time it falls, it got caught there. I would need to reverse the cycle somehow. Not sure how. Because I would need to break the bottom first and then break the top. But I'm sure that would kind of just be random. So if I do this, will it ever get too large now, though? Is that creating a situation where the majority of it's getting broken? I don't know. Well, that's not getting broken there. So, okay. Whoa, okay. Let's turn it off. Let's see what happens if I get rid of the obsidian here and here. Does it all fall apart? See, that time the first one, okay, that broke over there, which is good. Did anything break under here? No, but it got this log. It didn't get this log, though. Oh, also, let's get rid of that. I wonder if there's a way to get that log. Theoretically, what happens if I break that? I got that log out of there. I don't see anything else breaking here. I'd love to remove this. Do we want to risk it? Risk it for the biscuit? And that. Oh my gosh. Dude. If that clears out the whole thing on just that one side. Okay, that's a little guy. Here, now we need to do this. How are we doing on this? Let's fill this in. My wife's gonna kill me. I have 9 minutes. Okay, so we want to... Let's spam click. Boom, boom. That. Let's go up here. Let's do it where we could see it from this side. So F4, Y. Okay, that grew. Great. Well, that was a huge one. That's like in the way. Y, F4. I need to cut. I guess maybe up here would be the better way to see this. F4, Y. Although, interestingly enough, all of the wood is broken out of that one. Did I not hit it? Did I not hit Y? Oh, I need to be on this. Clearly I've screwed that up. Let's try that again. I somehow accidentally scrolled over to placing sticky pistons. Okay. And F4, Y. No? Nope, that time it worked. Am I placing? I don't know. Keys released, keys pressed. F4? Is it going? Yeah, okay, it's going. So, what do we think? What do we think? That one little contraption, if I did it on both sides, could completely maximize how much wood I'm getting. Or it could be blowing everything up. I think what I should do is I should build the same contraption on the other side and run some tests with it. And maybe this nonsense gets added. What's nice is I'm definitely growing the larger trees. And I think I'm missing, like, am I getting all the logs? That one log is still staying there. There's a world where I need to, oh, nope, there it goes. Okay. So it is clearing out all of the logs in this quadrant. Okay. Yeah, I think my gut I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. I'm like, not even on the camera. I think my gut reaction is I mess with this some more and I see about putting this same contraption on the other side at the same height and do some tests to see how much more wood I get from a stack, because it definitely is doing more of the tree, which is very interesting. I don't know if I'm actually getting any more wood and any more logs, but it's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to call it there because it is 6:55. This is tight. So yeah, there's that. But thank you all for watching. This was fun. We learned some things. I like this device here. This whole thing is very interesting. There's that one piece, that one log. Oh, nope, there it's gone. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep playing with this, but I think I'm onto an interesting path. I'm curious to see if I can do any more. But thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go pop in and watch Morgan for a bit. Thank you guys, and I will probably catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.